Welcome back, Bold and the Beautiful fans. Today's story is not just another Forrester family disagreement. This is a slow-burning shock twist that threatens to rewrite everything we thought we knew about power, loyalty, and legacy at Forrester Creations. What happens when Eric Forrester, the legendary patriarch, makes a secret deal with the one person no one expects, Katie Logan? And what happens when that deal is designed to blindside Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan at the exact same time? This is not about romance. This is not about jealousy. This is about control, survival, and a chess move so quiet that no one sees it coming until it is far too late. Because while Ridge and Brooke are distracted by emotions, history, and old wounds, Eric and Katie may already be 10 steps ahead, shaping the future of Forrester Creations behind closed doors. And when the truth finally comes out, the shock will not just hurt feelings. It will shake the foundation of the entire Forrester empire. So buckle up, because this twist changes everything. For decades, Eric Forrester has been seen as the heart of Forrester Creations. The visionary, the artist, the gentle patriarch who prefers harmony over conflict. But that image is exactly why Eric is so dangerous when he decides to act. People forget something crucial about Eric Forrester. He didn't build Forrester Creations by being weak. He didn't survive decades of betrayals, hostile takeovers, and family wars by being naive. And he certainly didn't hand over power to Ridge without keeping leverage. Eric has always known how to play the long game. In recent months, Eric has watched quietly as Ridge and Brooke dominate the emotional and professional narrative. Their love story, their breakups, their reunions, and their power struggles have taken center stage. Meanwhile, Eric has been pushed into the background, treated more like a symbol than a strategist. But Eric sees everything. He sees Ridge making impulsive decisions based on pride. He sees Brooke torn between loyalty and guilt. He sees the company drifting further away from the values he originally built it on. And most importantly, Eric sees a future where Forrester Creations may no longer be safe in Ridge's hands alone. That is where Katie Logan enters the picture. At first glance, Katie Logan seems like an odd choice. She is not the loudest Logan. She is not the most dramatic. She doesn't thrive on chaos the way others do. And that is exactly why Eric trusts her. Katie has always been underestimated. Overshadowed by Brooke's larger-than-life presence and dismissed as too cautious or too emotional, Katie has learned how to survive by observing rather than attacking. Katie understands business. Katie understands loyalty. And most importantly, Katie understands the consequences. Eric sees in Katie something he no longer sees in Ridge: restraint. While Ridge reacts, Katie calculates. While Ridge demands loyalty, Katie earns it. While Ridge assumes power is his birthright, Katie knows power must be protected. Behind closed doors, Eric and Katie have been talking. Quietly, carefully, strategically. And those conversations have led to something far bigger than anyone suspects. A secret deal. The details of Eric and Katie's agreement are not public. Not yet. But the clues are everywhere if you know where to look. Suddenly, Katie has more access to Forrester financial discussions. Her opinions are being sought more often. Her presence in executive-level conversations is becoming impossible to ignore. This isn't accidental. The deal appears to revolve around one critical idea: safeguarding Forrester Creations from internal collapse. Eric knows Ridge is brilliant creatively, but emotionally volatile. He knows Brooke's loyalty is always divided between love and principle. And he knows that if something were to happen to him, the company could spiral into chaos overnight. So Eric's deal with Katie may involve contingency control, shared authority, emergency power. Decision-making influence that activates only under specific conditions. In other words, Eric may have quietly positioned Katie as a hidden failsafe. And if that's true, then Ridge and Brooke are walking straight into a trap they don't even know exists. Ridge Forrester has always believed that Forrester Creations belongs to him by destiny. He is Eric's son, the heir, the creative genius. But Ridge's greatest weakness has always been his inability to separate emotion from authority. When Ridge feels betrayed, he lashes out. When Ridge feels threatened, he doubles down. When Ridge feels challenged, he refuses to listen. Eric knows this. And Eric also knows that Ridge would never agree to share real power voluntarily, especially not with Logan. That's why the deal had to be secret. If Ridge finds out too soon, he will fight it. He will accuse Katie of manipulation. He will feel undermined and humiliated. But by the time Ridge discovers the truth, it may already be irreversible. Contracts signed. Structures changed. Authority redistributed. The shock for Ridge won't just be professional. It will be deeply personal. Because this won't feel like a business decision. It will feel like betrayal from his own father. If Ridge's reaction will be explosive, Brooke's will be devastating in a completely different way. Brooke Logan has spent her entire life trying to balance love and integrity. She believes in transparency, in honesty, in doing the right thing even when it hurts. So what happens when she learns that her sister has been keeping a secret of this magnitude? What happens when Brooke realizes that Katie knew something that could affect Ridge, Forrester Creations, and their entire future and chose not to tell her? Brooke will feel torn apart. Loyalty to Ridge, loyalty to Katie, loyalty to Eric, and loyalty to her own moral compass. And the worst part? Brooke may secretly understand why Eric did it. That internal conflict could destroy her relationship with Ridge from the inside out. Every great, bold, and the beautiful twist has a moment when the truth explodes into the open. This one will not happen gently. It could come during a board meeting. It could come during a heated argument. It could come from a document no one was supposed to see. But when it happens, the room will go silent. Ridge will realize he no longer holds absolute control. Brooke will realize the people she trusts most have kept her in the dark. And Katie will finally be forced to step out of the shadows. This will be the moment Katie stops being underestimated. And it will terrify everyone. Is Katie doing this out of ambition? Out of fear? Or out of genuine love for the company and the family? That's what makes this twist so powerful. Katie isn't acting out of malice. She's acting out of responsibility. She knows Ridge's flaws. She knows Brooke's vulnerabilities. And she knows Eric won't be around forever. Katie believes someone has to be the adult in the room. And if that means being hated, misunderstood, or blamed, she may be willing to accept that cost. But good intentions don't prevent emotional fallout. For Eric Forrester, this deal is about one thing: legacy. He doesn't want his life's work torn apart by ego, rivalry, or emotional chaos. He wants stability, and if Ridge can't provide that alone, Eric will ensure someone else can. Even if that decision shatters his family in the process. Eric knows this deal will hurt people he loves. But he also knows doing nothing would be worse. Once the secret deal is exposed, Forrester Creations will enter a new era. Trust will be broken. Alliances will shift. Old wounds will reopen. Ridge may question his place in the company. Brooke may question her place in the family. And Katie may find herself standing alone at the center of the storm. But one thing is certain. The balance of power will never be the same again. This isn't just another bold and the beautiful storyline. This is a seismic shift. Eric Forrester's secret deal with Katie Logan is a calculated move that exposes the fragile foundation beneath love, loyalty, and legacy. And when Ridge and Brooke finally realize what has been done behind their backs, the real shock won't be the deal itself. It will be the realization that the people they trusted most were already preparing for a future without their control. So stay tuned, because the storm is only beginning. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Because in the world of the bold and the beautiful, secrets never stay buried forever.